Hello. So here's our afternoon fruit fest. We're just going to show before we eat all this fruit what it is for those who don't know, and for those who know, good for you. We'll start with the one we have here that was in the bag already. It's a piece of jackfruit, which is a green fruit that's kind of nubby, which is usually too big for two people to eat. So you buy a bag of jackfruit that's been cut open, at least in a place where you can trust the person cutting the fruit. If you were in a country where you were kind of iffy about it, you would have to buy the whole fruit and cut it yourself. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. So, but here I trust the person that cut the fruit, so therefore we're okay. This here is just a leftover half lemon that I found, which of course when you hit the Pacific, lemons and limes are sort of an overlap. So here you have the green outside, the size of a lemon, the way we know it from mainland lemon, with the yellow inside. So much for conventionalism. So that's what that is, and it tastes a little milder, I'd say, than it's more like lemon, no?
Yeah.
So it's good for Mai Tais and stuff. This came out of the valley right up here in Molokai. This here is called the Chico, and if we cut that open, and some of this probably has other names elsewhere, you know, like a custard apple and a cherry moya is the same fruit, but it sure doesn't sound like it. This thing is a Chico. That's that seed there. So this is a Chico, and the only place I've ever seen it is here, but I haven't exactly looked elsewhere. I haven't seen them in Tahiti though, but they probably have them. Anyway, you kind of spoon it out, and it tastes like a mixture of, I used to say just brown sugar, but somebody was here, stayed here and had some, and came up with the notion of combining the pear and the brown sugar, and that's just about right as far as what a Chico tastes like. But somewhere between a pear and some brown sugar. And this one is nice and ripe, it's very good. So I'll have another scoop. Anyway. And here we have just a sample of a banana for those who haven't seen us buying banana in the two videos where we've been buying bananas. So here's one of the bananas that we bought. It's an apple banana, and they're immensely good. So if you ever come, get your hands on some of these. Let's see, we also have, of course, the green coconut, which is for drinking. This is the one you have to slice the top off and stick a straw into, and then you drink it down, and then once you're done with that, you cut it in half, and then you scoop out the white flesh in there, which is what becomes hard when the coconut gets older. But in a green coconut, there's no white flesh in there. It's like a gelatine, jello-y kind of soft flesh because it isn't mature. If you wait until the coconut falls off by itself, you get something like this. That's this one, but older. Falls off by itself, lands on the ground, or floats in the ocean and ends up someplace and starts to grow. I mean, it's that sort of scenario. But this one is the one that if you watched our coconut husking videos, you'll see how we get this off, and then you take this husk off, and then you get to the actual brown nut inside. And at this stage of the game, that nut would be brown, and inside you have that sort of thick layer of actual coconut, the way you could shred that type of thicker, harder coconut. And if they sound like they got liquid, they probably got liquid. And that's the stuff that some people like to drink as coconut. Thick coconut water, I'm not really big on that, but again, squeezing the milk out of the grated stuff is very good. Anyway, we also have, I'll wait for the papaya is more messy, so we'll wait on that. This is just to show you that guava, for those who haven't seen it yet. That pink stuff inside, it makes very nice juice and nectar. It is a kind of a weedy wild fruit, and as I said before, it tastes good when you're hungry. This here is an interesting guy. This is a star fruit, or I think they call them carambola in some places. But in any case, the procedure here is to simply cut slices, or you can eat the whole thing also like an apple. I've done that before too, but they're kind of good when you do this, and they look very pretty. So if you need to decorate something up, these are quite nice to do that with, you know, little stars. And they are immensely hard to describe, but they're always on the tart side. A little bit tart, very refreshing. It's something that would be good for, you would feel like something that would be good for juice or something. But they're very, very packed with like fluid, liquid. They taste very juicy. So we'll give this one to the cameraman so he doesn't feel left out. Alright, and then we have these guys. Oh, let me show you. Maybe this one here. This is the same fruit. Well, not the same fruit, but the same species. This is the lilikoi that I spoke a little about the other day. Lilikoi is a very ugly fruit. I mean, it really doesn't look like something you'd want to eat, you know. And this one is actually not ready, even if it looks more appealing. This is the one that's ready. Once they start shrinking like this, that's when they're sweeter, and that's when they're the kind of thing you'd want to cut open and eat. You can eat these, but they're more tart, you know. So you'd want to wait, because it's still got that green on it. And another word for lilikoi is passion fruit. That might sound more familiar to some people. But in any case, this is one of my favorite fruits. It's on the top 3 list of favorite fruits. That's also on the top 3 list. So that leaves one fruit left over, and I haven't decided what that is yet. But these guys, and again, it's just like cutting through cardboard. And there you have it. And it looks toxic and nasty and green, and it's extremely delicious. You can scoop it out or just kind of suck it out, but I won't be disgusting on the camera, so I'll just scoop it out. And you crunch those seeds, and it's good. But it's very tart. Not in an unpleasant way, but if you think of the acidity of a grapefruit, but not the sour tartness of a grapefruit, and then you mix that with, I don't know, something nice and juicy, I guess. It's pretty high acidity, but not in an unpleasant way. And then you just eat the whole seeds and the whole business. It's got like a sweetness to it, but a tartness to it, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's your passion fruit for you. So far so good. So now we have shown you the lilikoi here. That's the Hawaiian for passion fruit. I'm not sure why they ended up calling it lilikoi in Hawaii, but they do, for sure. Everywhere. Alright, last one is the messiest one. That's your papaya. And for those who went to the museum with us this afternoon, and we did the little fruit farm start by the papaya tree and the other trees, you would have seen what trees these grow on. But for those who didn't, you'll see one later, I suppose. But the thing with papaya, for those who have never cut one open, which I think most people probably have, but some people might not have, and they're great for breakfast. Okay, so today we have what we call a strawberry papaya, in this case. That is the pink papaya. In Hawaii you can get pink flesh, orangey pink flesh, or you will get yellow flesh, just the color of this thing inside. That would be a sunrise papaya. This one is a strawberry papaya. I wouldn't say they taste like strawberry, it's probably more of a look thing. But, and you can use the seeds for things, like some chefs and people cook with these things, but I don't make a habit of eating my seeds, so they go out. Just take them out. And if you don't want to do that while you eat your breakfast, you do it before. But it's not really a big deal. And these taste tons better than those Mexican papayas you can get in most supermarkets. The long ones, they're not my kind of thing. I like these little Hawaiian papayas. So that's what it looks like, and then you can obviously put other things in there if you're into that. Some people like to put yogurt into a papaya and eat it that way. And it's very healthy as well, but for most of us we just dig in and eat the papaya. Just like that. Very ono. And Pete the cameraman. But yeah, and papaya is full of enzymes and good things, so they're a good little breakfast item. You can split with your partner or eat the whole thing yourself. So we'll pack it up for now. But I think we'll probably open coconuts later today or tomorrow. So if we do, we'll certainly engage her in the process. Until then, aloha.